Yes. So to overcome the problems of using huge amount of variables, more number of variables, or if I want to use the same data again and again, in this process of accessing a variables or accessing the values of the variables is difficult. So to overcome that problem, developers have come up with a concept called arrays. So before going to arrays again, I think you remember, all of you remember, we have discussed about the various data types at the beginning of the course. So what are the data types we have discussed? We have discussed basic data types, now, or otherwise it is also called intrinsic data type, or we can as well call primitive data types. These are one category wherein we are using int, float, character, double, signed, unsigned. All this comes under basic data type. And second category of the data types which we have discussed is derived data types. If you remember well, we have said that the second category is derived data types. In derived data types, we told that there are two data types are there. One is arrays and the other one is pointers. And the third data type is user-defined data type. User-defined data type. So in the user-defined data type, if you remember well, the two data types which will come in user-defined is structures and unions. So already we have learned all the basic data types, its usage, and how we can access the members, how to declare access, all these things we have learned till now. Now, to overcome the problems which we can occur or with the limitations of what we have in the basic data types, we have another data type is called derived data type. Derived data types derived from the basic data types. So in this, now we'll see arrays. So what is arrays? How we have come up with a called it as a derived data types, and all we'll see now. So arrays. Basic definition of arrays is collection of similar, or we can also call homogeneous data elements or data members. If I want to have a collection of similar or homogeneous data elements, it is nothing but an array. So these arrays, why we have come up with arrays, concept of arrays is to process large amount of data and also to use the data in our program more than once. So how we'll see, before going to the usage of the arrays, we'll see what is the syntax of arrays, how to declare, like normal variables. What is the syntax? If I want to declare an integer variable, I need to declare int of m1, m2, m3, m4. Alaga, if I want to declare an array of integers, when I say collection of similar data items, I want to have all the integer elements as one, or all the float values into one variable, or something like this. So syntax is, we need to write the data type, whether I want to have integers or whether I want to have float or character, and I need to give a name, like how I need to give the member or variable name of the array, and you need to specify how many number of elements I want to store, or how many number of variables I want to store. Like this we need to declare. First you need to specify what is the data type, or what is the data I want to store, whether I want to store all the integer values or I want to store all the float values or double values, or I need to character values I need to specify here. So once I decide, yes, these are the data types which I want to store in my array, and I need to give a name, like how we are giving the marks. Let us say what we have been int m1, m2, m3, m4. Like alage, we need to give name for the array, and then how many elements I want to store. Whether I want to store 5 elements, I want to store 10 elements, I want to store 15 elements. I need to specify here. We'll see an example. Let us say if I write in array underscore 1 is my name of the array, and if I want to store 100 elements, I need to specify int. This is the data type, this is the name of the array. If you can link like this, data type is this integer I am specifying. For the name I have written array underscore 1, and for the size, in between the square brackets I have given the size. Similarly, I can have, if I want to have float values as the members, so I can declare array underscore 2. If I want to have 10 elements of float type, I can declare like this. Similarly, if I want to have a double variables, all the members of the array are double, I can have this. Similarly, I can as well have anything like character variables, but make sure that whatever we are saying, if I want to declare an array, whether it is an integer array or float array or double array or character array, whatever it may be, if it is integer array, all the members, let us say 100 members, all the 100 must be integers. We cannot have integers and float variables into one array. Similarly, if I want to, if I declare as float array, all the members, all the 10 elements should be float type. Similarly, it should be double. All the values should be double. Similarly, here characters. So if I declare an array with some data type, all the elements of the array must be of that data type only. We cannot have other data type. Andukane ikkada em declare chestunna, array is a collection of similar, similar or homogeneous, anything is okay. All the members, all the elements, all the members and elements and edaina sare, all the values which it can hold is only of that data type. It cannot hold the data type of other variables. Clear? So array is a collection of similar or homogeneous data elements. If I declare an integer array can hold all the integer values. If I declare int array underscore 1 of 100, array 1 can hold 100 integer variables only. It cannot hold other data type variables.